What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing tonight. Everybody's doing tonight. I hope everybody's doing okay tonight. Let's see who we have in the chat so far. We've got Coco Noel. How's it going tonight? Autumn Autumn Girl Acres. Hello from Minnesota. Well, hello Minnesota. How's it going? And we have Maya and Pickers. How are y'all this evening? So I am running a little bit late, later than normal. But welcome to the Friday night live stream. Um, it's like I've always said, it's the best way to kick off the weekend is hanging out with um, you fellow YouTubers. And how's everybody doing tonight? Anybody have any big plans for this weekend? Coco Noel says, "Doing well, sir. How are you feeling?" I am feeling awesome. Uh, Been a long week, but doing well. Doing well. I've got some news about the weight loss challenge that I'm going to be doing um, a video on coming up, and I'll talk about that here in a second. Have I shaken the head cold yet? Kind of, sort of. If you couldn't just hear, I did cough. I've got um, a little bit of some congestion still, but for the most part, I feel awesome. I've been sleeping really well, and just been trucking along. So everybody can hear me okay? Everything good right now? Dana, what's going on? Picker says I am good too. Awesome. Glad to hear it, buddy. Dana, you are actually not that late. I just started um, my live stream. I was running a little bit late. So I had a bit of an issue with my computer not starting up as quickly as it normally does, and then the program that I use to stream my um, my live streams with, which is OBS, the Open Broadcast Software, um, was giving me a little bit of some fits. So I had to re-add a few things to it and make sure everything was working before I came on. So you're not late at all. Welcome, welcome. USA Kiwi 5222, welcome. How's it going tonight? Just got the notification. Well, I just came on, so that's a good on YouTube. They're doing a good job of keeping people notified, I guess. Picker says all good, Lone Star Living. I'm assuming he's talking about the stream and hearing me and everything. So if you guys have any issues with hearing me or buffering or anything, please let me know. So as always, I have to take care of some business on the front end here. This is a family-friendly live stream. I ask that you keep it that way, and if not, I have moderators who will um, ask you to leave in so many words, or they'll put you in timeout. If you have any questions for me, please put those in all caps so that I can see them. If I don't get to your question, make sure to retype that so I can get to all the questions, which doesn't seem like it's going to be too difficult tonight. I think it's going to be a pretty light evening so far. Looks like we've got about 10 people viewing, so hello everybody. That's a bummer, but glad I'm not late. Yeah, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do, Dana? Since you have me as a moderator in your chat, I'm gonna give you a wrench. You can refresh, or I don't even know if you even need to refresh. I was away doing our chicken math video. Um, I'm gonna have to. I mean, I don't have chickens, so I can't probably won't be able to participate in this collaboration. But I'm gonna need to figure out what that whole chicken math thing is all about. I've been hearing about it and seeing some videos pop up. Um, hey, Thorn Draven, how are you doing tonight? It is going good. Kitty's Homestead, how are you tonight, Kitty? Oh, she's on the phone, so she probably can't hear me. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Dana. Appreciate that. Woot woot arrays. Well, Dana, I have you, or you have me as a moderator in your live stream, so I think it's only fair. Plus, you're definitely a trustworthy person. I think so. Thorn Draven, you're a new person. I don't think I've seen you in any of my live streams before. How are you doing this evening? Maya says, I enjoyed your rant video the other day. Awesome. And I actually really, I don't know if I enjoyed making that video, but it was kind of therapeutic for me. Um, it, um, it really helped me to um, just relax and get some things off my chest that I needed to get off. And apparently, it struck a chord with some people because I think right now it's probably one of my most popular videos to date. So that's kind of cool. Um, but also, I think it's just something that needs to be addressed, and people should not feel like other homesteaders or gardeners or whatever are more superior to them when their situation is different. So Dana says you don't want to rely on our videos for the real answer for chicken math. It's a parody. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna have to watch those videos because I've seen them pop up on my subscriptions. I've had a really busy day today, so haven't had to. I haven't had the opportunity to watch too many videos tonight. Um, let's see here. She's a bottler, gardens and preserves. Good evening. How are you doing? And we've got Anita. How are you tonight, Anita? Okay, so I guess we should kind of get into just kind of a recap of the week. So we already talked about the rant video that I put up. Um, really, really liked being able to get that off my chest. Um, and I also did the actual Self Reliance Expo video where I did the tour of all the speakers and everything, and really really enjoyed putting that one together. I had filmed some um, shots in the beginning that I kind of enjoyed doing. Um, and we were supposed to put up the giveaway video yesterday, but my wife has been super tired. As many of you know, she works at a hospital. Right now, she's not going to school, but she has been really tired, and we were supposed to do the giveaway video, and we just didn't get around to doing it. Hopefully tonight she won't be as tired as she was the other day, so we'll go ahead and do that. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, I did a 300 subscriber giveaway to where I am giving away this Sport Berkey, if I can get it to show up here. There we go. Kind of, sort of. Sport Sport Berkey water bottle, which has the filter and everything in it, to my 300 subscribers. So if you're one of those subscribers, go to that video and comment below and share the video. And not comment below this video, but comment below that video. And when we do the giveaway, Um, hope maybe your name will be picked. So let's see here. Coco says, Jonathan, start with Wholesome Farms for chicken math. Okay, I will do that. I am subscribed to Wholesome Farms or Wholesome Roots. um, Next week, I'm going to be putting up a garden update. We've had some development in the little patio garden that I have, and I wanted to update y'all on that. We've transplanted a few things and gotten some things out of some smaller pots and put them into a few bigger ones. And I will also hopefully be doing a video on expanding the patio garden. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that that's going to happen this weekend, or not this weekend, but this week for the videos. Um, and and yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Um, Whoop, bigger pots, things are growing. Yes, things are really growing, but as odd as it is, though, with the amount of growth we've had, um, really haven't had much much to harvest. I mean, I've had a few cherry tomatoes that, and actually, I want to ask y'all's advice on this. So, I had a couple cherry tomatoes that I was going to pick, and they were um, they were turning red, and I was going to leave them on there for another day, just to let them ripen a little bit more on the vine. And I went out there the next day, and the tops of them were soft, like mushy, and they were just kind of barely holding on to the vine. Should I be picking those sooner? Do I have an issue with my tomatoes, or is it what's going on here? Maybe some of y'all can fill me in on that. And if you're watching this later, comment below and let me know as well. So let me take a sip of this water here while I have a few of you maybe type some answers here. Dana says, or Sullivan Family Homestead says, bigger pots is a great sign, and it is. It is a great sign. Um, I thought that the pots that I had were going to be sufficient, but apparently not. Apparently, um, they need to be bigger. So I'm going bigger. Let's see here. Okay, so a couple of answers to my question I asked just a minute ago. Excuse me, guys. USA Kiwi says, I pick mine when they start to turn and bring them inside to fully ripen. Otherwise, they will burst open due to all the rain. Ah, okay. Which we have been getting a little bit of rain, not a ton. Coco Noel says, pick green, let them ripen inside, and your output will increase. Awesome. Okay. Dana, if you click on the little smiley face on the chat, it'll give you a bunch of different options, and then it's got like different emojis like on your phone. So if you're watching on your phone, you can just use the regular emojis um, with with whatever you type in there. So Maya says, I pick my tomatoes when they start getting pink and let them ripen in a window. Awesome. Okay. Thorn says, rain will make them pop for sure. All right, cool. I was kind of wondering that. So I'm gonna have to give that a try. Sullivan Family Homestead says the flavors are a bit different though. Picking between picking green and picking slightly pink. Just keep that in mind though. Here in the South, we eat fried green tomatoes. Yes, we do. I like fried green tomatoes, but I don't. I've never had fried green cherry tomatoes. So usually they're a little bit bigger than that. So, um, Dana, you put wilted flowers on my chat. What's up with that? Are those wilted flowers, or what is that? Thorn says sweeter left on the vine, but harder to keep. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, I will have to keep that in mind and work on that. So Dana, oh, that's funny. Hey, Sandy. Good evening. How are you? Sullivan Family Homestead, in regards to her wilted flower emojis that she posted, says, I choose to think that they are just beautiful, droopy bell flowers. uh, she's a bottler gardeners and preserves says, pick when turning and let ripen inside. Haven't tried fried green tomatoes. She's a bottler gardeners and preserves. Fried green tomatoes is awesome. You should try it. Mama Cat is in the house. Good evening, Mama Cat. Says, sorry I'm late. Been at church getting bags ready to distribute tomorrow. All right. Been working hard. Hey, Teresa Dean. How are you tonight? All right. Mama Cat says, fried green tomatoes are so delicious. I'm surprised Mama Cat doesn't have like a cooking video about how to do fried green tomatoes. Hmm. Teresa Dean says, Jonathan, I loved your video on the elitist wonderfully said. Sorry guys, I can't talk tonight. I don't know what's going on. All sorts, happy Friday to you too. Well, Teresa Dean, thank you very much. I kind of talked about that a little bit ago. I didn't enjoy making that video for as much as it helped me to vent and get some things off my chest. I'm not the type of guy who likes to. I'm not the type of guy who likes to bring anybody down or say anything negative. And after I posted the video, I was telling my wife about it, and she was like, you didn't call the lady out on it, like actually use her name or anything." And I said, "Well, no. I mean, I wouldn't ever do that. I wouldn't. Couldn't imagine um, saying um, somebody's name." And she said, "Okay, well, that's probably for the best, just because um, you know you don't want to throw somebody under the bus, and I definitely don't. I think that I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt um, between the morning and then the afternoon, and it was apparent that that was part of her personality or whatever she felt. Um, was necessary to be a homesteader or a gardener, and I disagreed with her. And one of the things that I told my wife after that happened, because I actually made that video a little bit ago, so because it was fresh in my mind and everything, but um, one of the things that I told my wife after the fact, after I left there, was that was that I wanted to I wanted to fully immerse myself in this apartment gardening, or as I like to call it, apartment steading. Um, Actually, I got a Facebook message or comment or whatever um, from Maria. If y'all are familiar with her, she's the on YouTube. She used to be called the Concrete Kid, and she is an urban homesteader, or she has a house with a patio and stuff. She doesn't really have a yard, and she said, she shared the video and said something to me about it, and I said, you know. Um, we were just going back and forth, and she said, I wish we had a name for what we do, in our small patios and stuff. And I said, I call it apartment steading, because that's really what we're doing. We're homesteading, but we live in apartments. We don't have a well, I mean, I guess our apartments are our home, but it's not a home. Like if you think of a house, it's different. Um, and she really liked that. So, um, but like I said, one of the things that I told my wife is um, I want to make sure that while I'm in this part of my journey, while I'm here, while I am still apartment steading, I want to fully immerse myself into this and show people who are in the same situation, or in the future are in the same situation, and working towards um, being homesteaders and actually moving out of their apartment, that they can have the resources necessary to grow in their apartment. Um, and so I think that that's going to be one of the main focuses of this channel. And I think next week, like I said, I'm going to do a video on expanding the patio garden. I'm going to have it up next week. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see here. I think I missed some things in the chat here. It was the collab for the homestyle dinner. Oh, it was. Did I not see your video for that, Mama Cat? Mama Cat says, in regards to what I said about the fried green tomatoes cooking video, that she should do one of those. And she said it was the collab for the homestyle dinner. I guess I didn't see your video on that. I don't know why. There were so many people doing the homestyle dinner collab. So let's see here. Teresa Dean says, "LO, didn't even know it was a lady till you just said this." See, and so like I didn't really want to throw the person under the bus like that. I I like to give people second chances. Sometimes I give people too many chances than they deserve. So, um, whatever. Let's see here. Sometimes you All sorts says sometimes you have to say it like it is. That's true. It's very, very true. Um, Ooh, Mama Cat, you hurt your knee? Ouch. Okay, I think I'm caught up on the chat. Maybe. It just scrolled all the way down. So, okay, I did miss something. Um, great name, great name, Lone Star. Um, oh, apartment setting? Yeah, I like it. Thank you. Also, it says, Jonathan, are there any community gardens in your area? Thanks for the term apartment setting. Um, I I don't know if there is. I haven't looked. I thought about doing one at my church when I lived closer to it, but I don't know if I mentioned. But my wife and I are currently, you know, looking at different churches, so we're kind of in transition. I know several churches that have little gardens, but I don't know if that's for the members or what. Dana says, "You have a big heart, Jonathan. That's not a bad thing. Shame on them for taking advantage of that." Well, thanks, Dana. I appreciate you saying that. I really do. All right. So, um, as a lot of y'all know, I'm doing a weight loss challenge or collab or whatever with a lot of other YouTubers or people in the community of, um, well, I guess a lot of them are YouTubers, but we have been doing this and for about 2 weeks now, and we're going to be doing the weight loss challenge from June to October, and I did my first. Well, I did my first weigh in 2 weeks ago, and I did another weigh in today. I haven't done my blood pressure yet, but I have lost a decent amount of weight. I'm just gonna leave it at that because I think I'm gonna do a video update solely dedicated to that. Since my first video, um, the healthy homesteader video, it was just dedicated to that. I think um, I'm gonna be doing maybe a bi-weekly video series where I talk about um, just the challenges or whatever's been going on. Um, and let's see here. Hey, Heather, how are you doing tonight? Uh-oh, got some chickens on the loose, Heather says. Coco Noel says, your face already shows it. Well, thanks. Thank you, Colleen. I really appreciate that. I did also get a haircut, if y'all can't tell. So I'm pretty happy about that. Um, but I appreciate that. Hey, Tanya. Good evening. How are you doing? But I know I've talked about it a couple times, but my wife and I recently have been attempting to remove sugar out of our diet, and we have been doing a pretty decent job of it. But we 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 were talking about it the other day, and we were kind of just going over the amount of sugar that we used to consume in a daily basis. And I I was just talking to her about it, and like we were talking about all the different cokes and you know whatever we would eat that had sugar in it. And there are things out there that have sugar in them that you don't even know have sugar in them. Um, for instance, we were looking at tomato sauce the other day, and tomato sauce has a crazy amount of sugar in it for tomato sauce. Um, so we've been doing that, and my wife, she loves fruit juice. She absolutely loves it, and I mean, you would think fruit juice would be a healthier, beverage. It's not. It's not at all. And we 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 were talking about it because I think there was a bottle still in the fridge or something, and she had thrown it away. And before she threw it away, she looked at it, and it was saying something. I don't remember exactly the amount of sugar it was saying, but she was saying that in an 8-ounce cup of um, juice, it has more sugar in an 8-ounce cup of fruit juice than a pint of ice cream. A pint of ice cream. And so she was like, what is going on? No wonder we're having withdrawals and stuff, is because we've been consuming these things that, you know, um, are are bad for us and are keeping us addicted to this sugar and this high of whatever, and we didn't even know it. And so you know one of the things that we're really focusing on right now is to not be beating ourselves up over um, the setbacks, because honestly, I'm gonna have a stressful day, or she's gonna have a stressful day, and you know she's gonna want a margarita, or I'm gonna want a Crown and Coke or something, and we're just gonna have to you know deal with the sugar. But or I mean, even if it's not a beverage, an adult beverage, just having a regular Coke, you know. Um, so we had some setbacks, um, but I think we're still back on track. And she she's been doing really good too. She's actually lost some weight too, but she's not doing the weight loss challenge or the healthy homesteader challenge. So she's just doing it on her own. And actually, it was kind of funny. The other day, I came home and I went to the restroom and I came out of our bedroom, and she was sitting there on the couch, and she looked at me and she's like, "I hate you." And I said, "What? What are you talking about?" And she said, "I can literally look at you and tell that you've lost weight." She's like, "How much weight have you lost?" And I was like, "I don't know," because this was, I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that. And she she was like, I can literally see that you've lost weight." She's like, "And it's only been 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks." She's like, it's so not fair." Um, and when I weighed this morning, I texted her the weight and the difference, and she kind of reiterated the playful hatred that she has for me. Phase two is coming for the weight loss thing. I'm feeling so much better after losing this weight, that um, I actually want to get back into the gym. And um, I know that I've got the um, what is it called? Insanity that Dutch sent me, keeping it Dutch, and I need to do that. So I may start with that, or I may just start slowly and do some more walking, because my wife and I we've gone for a couple walks, but nothing too serious. But I'm ready to dig in and get this going. So let's see here. I think I missed a few comments here in the chat, so I'm gonna go back here and see what's going on. Okay. Dana says, I'm good ditching sugar right up until we talk about removing it from my sweet tea. Dana, I completely relate with you. I love me some sweet tea, but um, I've kind of had to cut back, and mostly what I've been drinking is this right here, water. Actually, I posted a picture on the Big Bear Homestead weight loss challenge Facebook page, and I have this water bottle that I keep filled at all time. Well, not filled, but I drink it down and I fill it back up, and drink it down and fill it back up. I do that like 3 or 4 times a day, and then when I get home, I just chug on some little bottles of water here. Let's see here. Um, Coco says, I was surprised it is in pickles. I know, it's in everything. Sugar is in everything. Like, if you have not seen the documentary Fed Up, you need to watch that. That's what started it, okay? My wife and I were sitting on the couch on a Friday night or something, and we had just gotten done. I think we went to a Mexican food restaurant. I mean, Tex Mex, Texas. That's what we do. And we were just sitting there, and we were both on our phones, and we were chit chatting and everything. And I was just skimming through Netflix, and I saw it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to check this out. And as we talked about last week, anything that I can do to get my wife involved in the homesteading or healthier lifestyle, um, then I'm all for it. And so we started watching that, and man, it was crazy. So if you can get beyond the liberal rhetoric that's in there, I think you would enjoy it. Well, you'll enjoy it until you scare yourself, and then you'll probably not enjoy it. Let's see here. Better to get fresh fruit than bottled juice. That is true. That is very, very true. Get a steam juicer. Never heard of that. Daniel, God is my judge. How are you this evening, sir? Welcome. Glad you could make it. Let's see here. What else did I miss? I was cleaning, went down the Facebook rabbit trail. Big mistake. Haha. Okay. She's a bottler. Gardner says men lose faster than women in the start. That's true. That's very, very true. I'm sure I'm missing a lot here. Daniel says, first comes playful hating. Next, she gets a CCW, concealed license to carry. We call it license to carry here in Texas. Then asks you to take her hunting. I guess to make me disappear. Actually, my wife has uh, her own rifle. Um, she's actually killed a pig before, so it's kind of cool. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Teresa Dean says, I do not go gluten free for nothing. Actually, it is not healthy for you unless you have celiac disease. That is true. I actually, I haven't ever been diagnosed with celiac disease, um, but my mother has, and my two youngest siblings have. I think I was out of the home. Oh, there's a fly in here. I think I was out of the home when they decided to get tested for it. So I was out on my own, and so I didn't get tested. But they've all come back as they're allergic to gluten or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that I am because I have signs of it. I have eczema really bad in areas. Um, I I don't necessarily know if I'm bloated, but sometimes it feels like it because that's a symptom of it. And generally speaking, I don't feel the greatest after eating a lot of carbs. Well, not a lot of carbs, but um, carbs ish. Like we went to church the other day, and they have a marriage group um, that gets together, and they occasionally will provide dinner, and um, um, they had pizza there. And my wife looked it up, and it was like their sauce doesn't have any sugar in it, and so I was like, okay. So that was my go for you can have a piece of pizza, and so I had three. and I felt terrible, terrible later on. Um, and I it was the carbs and probably the grease, and I haven't eaten that in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. And so it was just like it was stomach overload at that point. So Teresa Dean says, "What proud Texan wouldn't have their own gun? Like really?" It's true. And pretty soon here we're probably gonna get her own handgun, because I have my license to carry, but she does not, and so we're probably gonna get that for her. Daniel says, "Respect that. My wife hunts also. I love her, and I love her." Awesome. Tanya says, "John, when she asks if life insurance is paid up, then then don't go hunting with her." That's funny. That's funny. Actually, before we did the healthy homesteader thing, the whole thing that started this process was is I did the biometric screening at my job, and uh, I made the joke to her that our life, I have term life insurance and she'd be fine, whatever. And she didn't find that funny, so I'm pretty sure she wants to keep me around for the most part. Hey, Kevin, the Going Batty family. How are you doing tonight? A little late, sorry. No worries. Um, I was a little bit late myself, so uh, all is well. Diversified Acres Homestead. Hey, how's it going, man? How's it going, Scott? I saw your post on Facebook, and I think I commented on it. Uh, Working on the homestead and wanted to say hey, listening to you. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope to see some new videos coming up from you guys. All Sorts says I lost 66 pounds a few years ago. As I lost weight, I donated my clothing. I did not want to have the security net of having the clothes in case I gained it back. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Um, I heard that you were chasing chickens, Kevin. That does not sound like fun. I hope that you caught them all. But back to All Sorts' comment. My my wife is a saint. I don't really buy clothes for myself, um, so I have a pretty set wardrobe, and so I don't really have the problem of having too many clothes uh, that I can go back to. In fact, a lot of my jeans that I have had them for I've had them probably since before Samantha and I started dating. So, um, it's, 7, 8, 9 years ago. I have one pair of boots, I have one pair of sandals, and I have one pair of shoes that I wear to work, when I don't want to wear my boots, or when we have a little bit nicer meeting or something. Um, so I'm a very minimalist kind of guy. Um, so I probably will donate my clothes. But actually, speaking of clothes, I got a package in the mail today, and I'll show you what that is here in a second. Let me catch up on some chat here real fast. Hey Tim, how are you doing tonight? Yeah, it is your first time here. I see you in other live chats. I've never seen you in one of mine. Welcome. Diversified Acres Homestead says, doing good. Thanks for asking. We are working on several videos and pray to have it up soon. I will be looking forward to those videos. If y'all do not know Diversified Acres, you should. They are awesome. They have a lot of videos that they've already put up. And they've got one in particular that I think has actually gone viral, more or less, about hog processing. So check them out. Cool, cool people. Um, let's see here. She's a bottler gardener says, I'm retired and live in PJs. That's awesome. I would love to have your life. Let's see here. Mama Cat says, I just went through my shoes so I could take them tomorrow. You've always, you've away, you've away when we give out the food bags, 10 pair. Wow, that's awesome. Good on you. Um, my wife has a lot of shoes too. Most of them are dress shoes, which is crazy. She didn't like tennis shoes. She still doesn't like tennis shoes, but she didn't like tennis shoes until I practically made her buy a pair because before she worked at the hospital, she worked with children on her feet, and she complained about her having back issues, and she was wearing flats. And I was like, "Look, you have got to wear some real shoes." And so I made her buy some tennis shoes. So, last thing of the evening, I think I'm going to get to this. Um, I actually ordered this a little bit ago, about a week or so ago, and I finally got it to it. So today I had a bit of an adventure. I went to check my P.O. box, and if you don't know what my P.O. box is, here you go. Um, so I went to check my P.O. box, and it was I made it there in time before the post office closed because I knew I was waiting on a package, and I get out of the truck and I start walking inside, and I'm going, I do not have my key. I do not have my mailbox key. So I have to turn around, drive home, and during rush hour traffic, get my key, go back up there. I made it with about 5 minutes to spare, so I was really glad about that. But I got, if you can see that, I bet you can. Anybody know who that is? Anybody who know who that is? Huh? Huh? Can anybody guess whose T-shirt this is? I'm sure there's a lot of people in here that watch their channel. It's a cool, cool channel out in East Texas, I believe. Cool group of boys. Keyword boys to Texas boys. Dana got it. Yeah, I got a new T-shirt. Hey. So you'll probably be seeing that in some of my videos because I'll probably wear it because it's awesome and the Texas boys are awesome. Don't know who they are? Check them out. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Um, so yeah, so that's really all I had for the evening. I guess I'm going to open it up to any questions. If anybody has any questions, please remember to put them in all caps. Not that there's that many people come in the chat right now, but it helps make it easier to see. Tim Beverly says, I'm sub 355. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. Pickers is your question, all caps. he just typed all caps. Pickers is a funny dude. All right. Well, if nobody has any questions, I guess I will go ahead and end it there. we're actually almost out of time. It's almost 7 o'clock. I know I started a little bit later, but I still want to keep it within the 6 to 7 o'clock hour. Um, so, who is your favorite YouTube channel? Well, of course, it's the Going Batty channel. Um, but besides y'all, I would have to say, I mean, I watch Wrangler Star. Gosh, there's so many channels that I watch. Um, okay, I'm going to give you two. Two channels that are one's big and one's small-ish. Um, so the first channel that's big is Wrangler Star. I watch Wrangler Star, all of his videos for the most part, and then the other channel that's pretty small. I think he's under 100 subs. So if we could get him to if we could get him over 100 and beyond, that'd be awesome. But he's in this chat right now, and that is Daniel, God is my judge. He's got a great channel. He does a lot of cool videos where he's out in the woods and just chats it up with everybody. So check him out. He's a cool dude. And here, let me put his channel in the chat here. Whoop. Don't know what I just did. There you go. Check out Daniel, God is my judge. He is a cool dude. Wait. No, play it forward, World Without Rule of Law. World Without Rule of Law is also an awesome channel. Um, he is an awesome dude as well. So if you haven't checked him out, you should. He's in several of the other people who do live streams. Let's see here, World Without Rule of Law. He's in several other YouTubers live streams as well. Most of the time he's here or he listens, but he is here. Check him out. This is World Without Rule of Law. Check him out. He's cool too. He's a friend of Daniel and I's as well. And he has a lot of cool series that he does. And both of those guys are really cool. So check them out. So good question. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it an evening. I really appreciate y'all being here. Like I always say on my live streams, this is the best way to kick off my weekend. So I really like to hang out with y'all and just see what's been going on in y'all's world, and kind of give you a bit of an update on what's going on in mine. So, reminder: tomorrow I will be putting up the 300 subscriber giveaway. I will most likely be recording that tonight. So if you have not signed up for that, go to that video, share the video, and comment that you're in on the giveaway, and I'll be posting that tomorrow. So I hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. Coming up in an hour, I believe, is Old Ways, New Times. And if y'all have not checked them out, you should. And anyways, thanks again for being here. We'll talk to y'all later, and adios.